So hi everybody, I'm Paul Phillips. I'm a social studies teacher at New Canaan High School, and I'm here with Gita Habiraman, Alex Clapper and Jessica Kay. Okay, firstly, this is the Wilburn Fellowship. So what are you actually planning on doing?
Our project is to send these cameras to different countries including India, Taiwan, Colombia, Canada, and Mexico. And what they're going to do is they're documenting parts of their culture they find extremely exciting. We're going to edit that into a documentary.
I think that New Canaan is definitely a predominantly white town. It's very small. That can often lead to being very sheltered. So I think we kind of looked at this project as a chance to go beyond what we experience in our everyday lives.
Did you just decide that the three of you wanted to work together? And if that's the case, why is that?
I think first and foremost, we were really good friends before this as well. Clearly, we're all from different ethnic backgrounds, so we have different things to offer in our homes as well.
The great thing about this fellowship is that it gives us the opportunity to kind of go out
and throw it out there.
Right, just create our own experiment and see, what happens.
Fantastic. So the final product's going to be a sort of an edited series of sort of vignettes about what people are up to in different parts of the world. You've decided to title this Widening the Scope. Why are you calling it that? What's the thinking behind that? Because I'm sure you put a lot of thought into it.
We're really hoping, I think, that this documentary will be a bit of an eye-opener to people. It's all about exposition.
So we're not really sure what we're going to find, and although we can guess, we may be surprised in the end to what our result is.
Oh, great.
Check this out. 你们好，我是 Wade。那我今年大学4年级，22岁。那我住在台北市，现在就读东吴大学。我的兴趣平常就是看看电影，然后还有玩一些游戏。那今天我要为大家介绍台北这个地方。那我会请我的朋友们来为我们介绍。那拍手欢迎他们。
大家好，我是何依婷，然后我今年22岁，然后这是我居住的台北市。然后台北是一个什么样的地方呢？台北是台湾首都嘛，然后这里呀是有很多很现代化的建设，但是也在这城市里面也有很富有台湾传统特色的地方。像是我身后这个地方呢，就是龙山寺，然后它就是从以前到现在是台湾人的一个信仰中心，不管是遇到什么事情，可能是健康啊、家庭啊、事业啊，然后或是考试的时候都来这边祈求这样。然后我们等一下继续看一看。
讲一下你要买香的原因。因
为我买香，等一下要去拜拜啊，就这样吗？
买这个香啊，它烧了之后，它的烟会跑到上面去，跟神说我们的心愿是什么，所以拜拜的时候要有这个东西。拜好了再开始香，像套好大殿的观音佛祖拜3拜，左边的普贤菩萨拜3拜，在右边的文殊菩萨拜3拜，然后还有上香。
Say something, say something。
然后现在这是第一个炉，我们拜的这叫观音。然后接下来我们要去拜天公炉。好。
你就进去就好。
你们大家现在看到了这个地方，我们叫它月老庙。它就像西方的情人节那个一样啊，就是它是会帮你带来好的情人，然后我们的依婷她现在就在希望有一个好的姻缘。你有买进对的吗？好， 然后现在指出来这个叫做圣杯，圣杯的意思就是神明允许你得到这个红线。那它红线这个东西是可以，它放在你的小指上，你跟你的情人是用小指上的红线联系在一起的。好，大家有幸会来台湾的话，就是可以来拜拜看，说不定可以找到你的男朋友或是女朋友。
好，就是很感谢，就是神明给我了一个这个，然后就是这红线是可以戴在身上，然后希望就可以遇到一个很好的对象这样子。
我们现在要去夜市，夜市就是对台湾人而言非常对生活非常重要的一个地方。那像这些小吃都是支撑的大家就是生活上的一些偶尔想吃的一些东西。
好，我现在吃的是那个粉圆汤，就这样。
有芋头有绿豆
还有绿豆。
介绍一下它是一个什么样的东西啊？你不会只讲粉圆汤？
粉圆就是那一颗然后 QQ 的东西，就是台湾还有美乐珍珠奶茶那种里面那个。
它有英文的说法吗？讲一下英文，大家会就知道它是什么东西了。Tapioca。Tapioca。对啊，就是那个东西。
今天都超级细。
还有，我们现在这个是台湾的，这叫台湾的热炒店，有点像是台湾式的 bar 之类的地方。那对，然后我们年轻人有时候晚上就会想要喝一点酒的时候，就会来这种地方。晚餐还在，但是我们先干杯吧，干杯！
这个是我们台湾的小吃蚵仔煎，然后它是用蚵仔，然后再加太白粉，然后小白菜，然后打一颗蛋，然后下来煎成的。那我很喜欢它的原因呢，就是因为它太白粉软部分嘛，然后加上蚵仔鲜甜跟青菜，然后之后还有蛋香，然后一口直接放嘴巴里面，那种口感还不错。
这没有当举助的天分。
来这边。
Delicious。
今天我们就一整天的课，然后现在是放学时间，然后这就是我的学校东吴大学，对。然后呢，我是念日文，然后就是对啊，这学校就是算小小的，就是这样嘛。然后但是其实在这边学到蛮多东西，也交到很多朋友，对。然后可以看一下这我校。就是可能不像就是美国的大学这么漂亮或这么大，但是虽然小小，但是这里是什么都有，就是也是可以学习到的东西。
4年内。
对啊，所以就是我觉得，虽然现在也已经大4了，就是也要毕业了，然后我觉得这里是学到很多，然后就是用一个谦虚的心去学习新的事物，然后不管在哪里都一样。然后我觉得东吴给我很多，然后希望就是你也可以打开你的视野，去探索你的世界。
我觉得台湾是一个充满人情味的地方。那虽然很小，然后可是东西都很好吃。欢迎来台湾。
台湾 love you。
好啊，我觉得台湾是一个其实充满人情味的地方，然后这边的人都很热情。虽然说小小的台湾，但是有很多地方是可以去发现它的特色跟文化，还有很多美食，就是很欢迎大家来台湾玩。对，好，
谢谢大家，
谢谢大家，再见。
台湾 love you。
And I'm Jessica, and we're all 16 years old, and we live in New Canaan, Connecticut, USA. So New Canaan is a suburb that's really near New York City.
It's a quiet place, but it's also a very beautiful town.
New Canaan has a population of about 20,000, and it definitely has a lot of very close-knit community ties within it.
So the 3 topics that we have chosen to define our culture are food, social media, and sports.
Hi everyone! So the first topic that we chose to define our culture is food. The idea that food is synonymous with relationships.
So especially, for my family around the holidays, my mom is always in the kitchen making a ton of food. And it really truly does bring people together because, you're sitting at the table and it gets people talking.
I think that on a daily basis we experience this, communicating over food at lunch, in school.
It really provides an excuse, I think, for people to interact socially in a way that they might not normally.
In America, you can find all kinds of food. I know that my family loves to go out for Indian food, Mexican food, Chinese food. You can get any kind of cuisine, but there is a distinctive American food.
It's generally fried. In America, we're not going to lie to you, most of the food is fried, but in moderation, that's okay. But American food, she was right. Burgers, chicken nuggets, fries, hot dogs, things like that. And that's one of the reasons why we chose to go out to the New Canaan Diner.
BLT Club, right? On wheat with waffle fries. Alright, you got it. For you?
So I got the buffalo chicken salad, and it's just like strips of chicken plus a salad and blue cheese on top. Very American. So fast food is definitely prominent in the United States. You can just go drive through a restaurant, pick up your stuff and go. But what we're really talking about is something more than that. I think that that's really the most important part of this topic that we chose to showcase American culture. It's the idea of families getting together, getting to know each other over, a meal. In America, one of the biggest aspects of life is definitely social media, which is why we chose it to be our second topic to define American culture.
Yeah, social networking is definitely like the major means of communication. I can't tell you how many times I log on to Facebook every day. And I don't speak only for myself when I say that.
Okay, so tabloids in America are pretty popular just because I think they're like an escape for our everyday lives. Okay, so Oprah is probably one of the greatest American icons today. Every year she's ranked #1 on the Forbes most influential people list.
One of the biggest challenges facing Americans is its self-imagery problem. Tabloids really contribute to the problem because they depict the ideal. As you can see, we have the ideal man and the ideal woman. And tons of people buy into this.
Definitely one of the most prominent aspects of American culture today is the use of phones, so cell phones in particular. For me, my phone is my primary way of getting in touch with my family, my friends, really anyone that I need. And I can use it to email, to text. I mean, there's so many different options.
When you look around school or when you look around, people are constantly texting. They're constantly plugged into technology, and I think that technology has just become such an integrated part of our life that you can't separate yourself from your mobile technology these days.
No, that's definitely true, especially as technology has progressed in the U.S. Definitely one of the, not necessarily emerging, but one of the most important companies in really the world, but especially America today, is Apple, the Apple company. You can totally see. Both of my parents, their phones are made by Apple. The iPhone, for those of you that don't know, but I can look up in the lunchroom and I will see 40 iPhones, up in the air, smartphone. And with the growth of that company has come the growth of American interest in really integrating themselves with every possible piece of technology they can.
The ability to communicate with people so constantly is a great thing, and I think it allows for great productivity. We wouldn't have been able to do this project without such connecting technology.
One of the reasons that we chose sports to define American culture, I think, is because it's one of the most popular pastimes that is offered to Americans today. So I was talking to my grandpa about how sports were a large part of his life back in the 1950s, and I think it was really from his love of playing sports, mainly baseball, that his love of the New York sports teams that exist today really blossomed from. So today, I'm third generation from his family, and I'm wearing a Yankee shirt right now. I mean, it's had such a huge impact, I think, on my family. I have tickets to go see a Yankee game in a few weeks from now, the New York baseball team. I mean, it's really central to my family today because it's something that we can all bond over. And even when I was little, my dad and I would bond with him showing me how to use a T-ball instead, which is like a more mild form of baseball. And today I'm pretty good, so that was how I spent my time when I was little.
And in New Canaan, I think that almost every kid growing up has either played rec soccer or joined even a ballet dancing school.
You know, when I was little, my dad coached, I think it was like 12 seasons of rec soccer. For me, we were undefeated, by the way. I just remember how much of the town would turn out to support all of the kids that still play today. That's what really sports, I think, means to New Canaan.
I am Nitish, 13 years old. I am studying in 9th standard. I played chess.
Grandmaster was born
began is Wilburn Stadium, which is one of the popular stadiums in Chennai. Many sports are played here. This is the entrance of Wilburn Stadium. This is the throw ball court.
This is Chennai Central Railway Station, one of the major railway stations in Chennai. It connects all over India. It was built in British around 1850.
We have come to the Marina Beach. This is the second longest beach and it is 13 kilometers long. This beach has about lakhs of people. This beach is mostly crowded on Sundays and this is one of the most important tourist spots in Chennai. People are entertained by the vehicles, by the sea, and there are a lot of shops here.
Sir, yeah, what is your name, sir?
My name is Monish.
So, do you come to the beach every week, or how do you enjoy this one?
Yeah, it is an entertaining view. I don't come every day, but I like to come to beach. And I know we used to play cricket in beach. Now I'm going to play that.
We have come to an exhibition in Chennai.
So, say vanakkam. What are you?
Sari is the traditional dress of India.
Made out of sarees.
It is made out of fiber. These are the offerings given to God during the darshan. Camera is not allowed inside the temple, so you cannot go inside and shoot the God.
Hola, mi nombre es Carolina Warren y vivo en Medellín, Colombia. Esta es la ciudad vista desde mi edificio.
A las 6 a.m. nos estamos preparando para desayunar. En mi país comen mucha arepa. Esta es una arepa de mote. Esta es arepa de chocolate. Esta es arepa blanca. Esto es un jugo de papaya. Esto es uno de naranja. Y acá tenemos un quesito para untarle la arepa junto a mantequilla. Todos los días acostumbramos a comer huevo revuelto. También un jugo y hoy vamos a comer galletas.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Nelson Montoya, soy entrenador de patronato físico del Colegio San Juan de Las Vegas y yo con las deportistas de mi grupo entreno 5 días.
A las 6:40 de la mañana estamos preparándonos para ir al colegio. Bajamos por el ascensor, luego nos vamos con mi mamá. En mi colegio también hay busetas, pero nosotros no las utilizamos. Yo vivo en una unidad residencial que tiene 5 edificios. Este es el mío. Es una unidad cerrada, con vigilantes. Parqueaderos y abajo hay un sótano. Este es nuestro salón, bello salón. Somos 35 niñas y una profesora. Bueno, entonces solo hace ahí. ¿Cuándo vamos a presentar esa obra? Es más, ¿la podemos presentar? No. Bueno, así son las clases, algunos trabajos.
Widening the Scope. Ampliar el alcance.
This is a little sample of what Yukoners like to do for fun. This is a nice Saturday afternoon. A little bit chilly, still spring, there's still snow on the river. It's melting pretty fast. We're here to take you on an adventure through our town, the city of Whitehorse. Here's a Yukon sighting. It's a moose. And he's a little far away. But he's having a little sip at the swamp. Now this is kind of neat. These are freshly gnawed trees by the teeth of beaver. This is wildlife that we share our habitat with. They're common sightings along the highways. So this is Sai's school, and it's called Whitehorse Elementary. It's the only French immersion school for, well, for miles. She's very fortunate because, and in case you didn't know, Canada is officially a bilingual country, so she's quite lucky to be given the opportunity to learn her second language.
Les bols, combien de bols? Et il y a des cuillères pour toute la classe.
Looks yummy.
Great. Thank you so much.
And believe it or not, the kids just mow down their moose stew. They absolutely love it. Here's Sai with her sockeye salmon soup. Yum, yum. This map sort of shows the story of the main route that the prospectors would have taken back in 1896 when they were trying to get to Dawson City, and that would have been done in the middle of winter time. Most of them never made it, obviously. It was very treacherous. It was quite an amazing feat for them to have made that kind of journey. Whitehorse wouldn't be were it not for the gold rush of 1896. So there's no place that really tells the story of our gold rush better than our McBride Museum. Really fun and funky story, the gold rush. It was sparked by 3 men up in Dawson who struck it rich and sparked the massive rush to get to Dawson City.
So with our final product, our DVD, we have decided that we would send them back to the originating countries and also let them see what they also learned from these videos as we have done so far. And what they plan to do is just distribute it through their schools and spread it through their community, put up some flyers, and basically spread the message in their countries as we are going to plan on doing it.
I think that the final product is something that we can all be proud of, like everyone who participated in it, and it's exciting to see the different things that different cultures bring to the table. You have Buddhism, Hinduism, different religions, different foods, different different languages, and I think that in all, this documentary is a celebration of culture. And so within our own community, we hope to do as much with this documentary as possible. We're making a website, and we're going to be sending this link throughout the community. We're making DVDs to hand out on the streets in the town. We're also going to be taking this from classroom to classroom. For example, the Chinese language class is going to be using the Taiwan section as not only a tool to learn about language, but a window to see into the culture.
So we're talking about sending it to a local news station. We're talking about, sending it to Congress, trying to get it into Washington, D.C. We really want people to wake up and kind of see that the message of the Wilburn Fellowship does not have to be local. It can be widespread, and we believe that through the use of our documentary, we can really make that happen.
Widening the scope. Widening the scope. Widening the scope.
Widening the scope.
Widening the scope. Widening the scope. Widening the scope.
Widening the scope.
Widening the scope. Widening the scope.
Widening the scope. Widening the scope.
Widening the scope.
This is the Wilburn Fellowship. What's your connection with Gary Wilburn? I know he's a very sort of beloved pastor in New Canaan, but I don't know if any of you were actually in his congregation, so what's the connection?
Well, I don't think any of us were in his congregation, different religions, obviously, but I was having a dinner with some family friends, I don't know, maybe a month ago.
Right.
And I mentioned that the Wilburn Fellowship was something that I was looking into to do with some friends. And one of the heads at the other end of the table perks up and says, "Oh, Gary Wilburn?" I said, "Yes, do you know him?" And she says, "Yes, he was a pastor." And I said, "Well, please tell me about him." And she said, "Alex, he was one of the most amazing people you have ever met. No matter what problems you had, no matter what kind of a person you were, anything, he was your person to go to for everything." And he was so beloved because there were no lines between how he would identify with people. There was never anything that anyone could not go to him for. And that was, it was amazing. The look on this person's face as they told me this, it was just one of admiration, and I knew that this was something really special.